Yo, 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 what's up with it, y'all? What's up with it? I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. I'm back in the booth. Yes, sir. What's up with everybody, man? I hope that everybody is feeling good and feeling great, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Yes, sir. It is the weekend. And I'll be back. I'm getting fans' point of view cracking again. You know what I'm saying? Fans' point of view will be back, and it will be back. I did not forget my promise. We're trying to work out some kinks right now because we're gonna come back. We're gonna be better than ever, man. You know what I mean? Like I gained so much knowledge in these past almost 2 years I've been out here, y'all. 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And now and things are just getting so much better and everything. I'm getting ready to go to the last game of the year from a little league team, man. So y'all definitely get down in the comments. Wish us good luck. Do what you do, you know what I'm saying? But just make sure that you're supporting us. And I appreciate everybody out there that is supporting Katie Yarman. What up with it? You know what I'm saying? Bishop, what's up with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, Auntie Marine, moms, uh, motivated, dedicated, seeing you down there in the comments, seeing a few people down there in my comments, man. Shout out to everybody that's down there, man. Show big love to everybody out there that tunes in, man. With my 9 views in 3 days. You dig? I love it. And always going, I don't care if it's 100 or if it's 9, you're always gonna get the best from me on time, like a fine wine. You dig? Now let's drop some things. Now look, so now I talked about the women's side of basketball. That's the last video y'all seen of me in the truck. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely recorded yesterday and it definitely was dropped yesterday. I don't be holding back. You know what I mean? So now I'm talking about I'm gonna talk a little bit about everything real quick. A little bit about everything that's been going on in sports, man. I mean, we got so much going on. Like, first of all, I'm gonna open up with the whole thing with Shilo Sanders. We talking about Shilo, man. Um, Shilo Sanders, right? And apparently, a lot of people out there feel like Shilo Sanders was snubbed and we're not being invited to the um the combine. And I'm gonna read what it says here. You know what I'm saying? And to put a little bit of context on it. What does it say? So let's read it. You know what I'm saying? It says, and I quote, okay. And I don't quote, but yeah, I quote, right? All right, so this is what it says. It says Shiloh Sanders was absolutely snubbed from the NFL Combine. Sanders has been one of the best covered safeties in all of college football since he began playing at South Carolina. For reference, Shiloh allowed less yards, 589 in 6 seasons, 1,487 coverage snaps than Travis Hunter did, 921 in 3 seasons, 989 coverage snaps. Not only that, but Shiloh allowed less touchdowns across 6 seasons than Malachi Starks, widely regarded as the number one safety, and he had 9 across the 3 seasons, right? Sanders is now reportedly focused on his pro day, preparing to run around a 4.4 in the 40-yard dash. Um, this only puts a bigger chip on the Colorado safety's shoulder, right? Like I feel like you know him Shiloh. I always thought that Shiloh, you know what I mean, was all right. You know what I mean? He's okay now. And there was some games he got there out on film, and you can't argue that. See, that's the thing. You can't argue with what's out there on the film. You know what I'm saying? Now they seen you in your biggest games, you didn't show up. You know what I mean? But I did see film on Shiloh where he just had like this natural nick where he definitely we was paying attention to his film and watching film. You could tell, especially the North Dakota State game, the first game of the season, he knew exactly what to do and where to be at during that game. And in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? And from what I seen him do, like this ain't even opinion. This is just one from what I seen with the film. Now, when you looking at so when everything is out there about why he's not invited to the combine, I don't really think that that's a huge deal, right? I don't think it's a big deal because of the fact that there's a lot of people, a lot of guys that's going into the NFL that do not get invited to the draft, that go undrafted rookie free agents and wind up damn near taking these so-called blue chip prospect spots. You know what I mean? Like a blue chip NFL draftee. And I mean, when I say that, I guess I'm kind of making up a name because you know what I'm saying? Those are the guys who are projected to be first round picks, second rounds, and third rounds. And when you're projected in the draft, I guess that's looking at as like I'm saying that's a blue chip, draftee or whatever. All right. So these guys are not even showing up. A lot of these guys ain't showing up when it's game time. When it's repping time, these dudes ain't showing up. You know what I'm saying? When it's repping time, when it's repping time. You feel me? Shout out to Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Dipset, you know what I mean? One of my favorite groups, if not the favorite, I'm saying them and 3-6 for sure. You know what I mean? But and I hope that Jim Jones and Cameron work that thing out. Honestly, I believe I believe that that's a joke. They brothers, like brothers go through stuff like this. Like the media, like I'll talk about that in a minute here, but I'm talking about Shilo. But they ain't repping. And I don't think that this is just gonna make him work. You know what I mean? Like now you just gotta work for it because let's just be honest. When we seen you versus uh better running back, Shiloh, you ain't show up. You know what I'm saying? When we seen you versus Devin Neal, it ain't look like you wanted that smoke. Now I do honestly believe that his toughness is through the roof because he rushed back after that injury. After that injury, and we knew. I think for real, the way I've been paying attention, we knew deep down that Shiloh Sanders was not healthy none of last season. He should have been gotten that surgery in the off season. I believe so. You know what I mean? This is not reported. This is not, I don't got no insider guys or anything, but if we was paying attention to the Colorado Buffaloes and what they were really doing, and if you was really reading between the lines and looking at the team and you know the team as well as I know the team, he should have been got this surgery. I was talking about that last offseason, and people was like, oh, this and that. But you could tell, like, look at the way he was playing the year before. I mean, he was literally laying people out flat out. Like he's a hard hitter. He's a hard hitting safety. Like, let's not get it twisted. Shiloh's gonna bring, he hits, bro. He hits. Like, so when I see him getting juked and he's breaking down and wanting to go for tackles, that's not even how he plays, bro. He plays like a missile. He want to run through you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring it to you. Whether he get ran over, it's like you gonna run me over or I'm about to lay you out. Like that's the way that Shiloh plays. So that let me know in some kind of way, in some kind of form, that he was kind of hurt. Now, what was out there on the film is versus the better running backs, he just wasn't showing up. Now, you know what I'm saying? And that right there is why he's not invited to the combine, because the politics in the NFL and the politics with this game is why he's not invited. But when you really look at it, he wasn't healthy. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't, yo. Like you see him breaking down to try to tackle Giddens. Like he don't do that. Like when have we ever seen Shiloh break down to try to tackle somebody? We never seen that. He always going. He's always on go. Like that's his part of his game, and that's what the strongest part of his game was and is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like so that let me know that he wasn't healthy. Um, and then after the surgery with Shiloh, also like he just wasn't playing the same. He was favoring that shoulder. He was always like trying to hit with the opposite shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get into the head and breaking down for tackles. And it's like he's protecting that shoulder for some reason because he knows he's not 100% with that shoulder. But for him to play the season like that, I think that may have hurt him because of what he put out on film. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only people that truly know what's really going on is his brothers, his family. You know what I'm saying? His intermediate family. Now, I'm just a fan of, you know what I'm saying, of what Dion is doing up there in Colorado, and I pay attention to things, and I look at things differently with an open mind than others do. And you know what I'm saying? So this is just my opinion on everything that may be going on with Shiloh Sanders. This is not verified facts or anything, but I'm just saying, y'all, we have to start looking at things with an open mind out here and looking at things other ways. Now, is he the best of the best safeties? Now, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that Shiloh's one of the best safeties, but Shiloh has a different attitude that safeties don't have nowadays. And I will say that, you know what I'm saying? Like he plays with a different tenacity that you just don't see in a lot of other safeties nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, and see, if I sat here and said Sean Taylor esque, people would say, "Oh, he's no Sean Taylor now esque," but they'll miss the esque part. So I won't even say that. You know what I'm saying? I won't even say that. But I think his mentality fits on a team. I think his mentality, the way he played, the way that he prepared, the way he hit, you know what I mean? He's definitely a more of a tackler, you know what I'm saying, than anything. But they're now denying that because he was hurt. Now Shilo, that's the only thing you playing hurt, bro. It didn't help nobody. It didn't help your team, and it definitely didn't help your draft status. I think he should have just sat out for the remainder of the season with that injury and then just worked out and got invited to the Bulls, you know what I'm saying, and went off for the year before stats but he wanted to play the game. He loves the game. And it cost him a little bit now, you know what I'm saying? And that's the risk that you take. But him not being invited to the draft, I think is good for him because now you're gonna have a whole monster and a whole chip on his shoulder. And I think some team is gonna get lucky with getting a safety that some people might need. You know what I'm saying? Him coming in for run support, short yardage passes, and run support. I don't think the deep ball is his thing, but I have seen him try to. I have seen Colorado try to cover his mistakes and pass coverage and what he was doing on the field. But when anything that's in front of him, he's good. So yes, I did come out my mouth and say that I think Shiloh should put on a couple extra pounds, beef up a little bit, and go for the linebacker position. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a hitter. That's what he does. But I got laughed at and people called me crazy and so forth and so on. But that's just the way he plays the game. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Now we talking about this because his name is Sanders, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that's not invited. Cameron Solomon Craig wasn't invited, and that's because of his height. He's an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast. You know what I'm saying? Um, and shit, some team is going to be lucky, more than lucky, to get Cameron Solomon Craig. See, this is what you build in these players. I want the players like Cameron Solomon Craig on my NFL favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want players like that because they're hungry, and we will. And there is teams that look at that. The Miami, you know what I'm saying? It's not over. Their NFL journey's not over. They'll be on some team's practice squad. They'll probably get picked up into the roster, or maybe not. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely could see these guys up on some NFL roster. Definitely Cameron Solomon Craig. He's definitely going to be on somebody's special team roster without a doubt. He's his basic instinct for the game is just different, and his work ethic is through the roof. Now we'll see what Shiloh Sanders' work ethic is really like right now. You know what I'm saying? Going into the NFL, we'll see if he really wants it or not. You know what I'm saying? But if not, he definitely. I've seen his hands. I've seen him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying, slap box with Ryan Garcia, and to be honest, it looked like he could have tagged him a bit. So hey, it might be a future for Shiloh Sanders in boxing or something. You know what I'm saying? Pick up something different. But the journey ain't never over. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop me when I get 9 views on a video, and I know it damn sure ain't gonna stop somebody like Shiloh Sanders, who's right there and got the, you know what I'm saying, so many different opportunities and avenues that's opened up to him right now. So if he don't make it in football, don't mean that he ain't gonna make it in life. You feel me? That's all I gotta say about that. But it may not be football, but I definitely want y'all to look at the way he played the season before and now. And that injury was nagging. I think he should have had the surgery, closing out on that one. And I'm done with that. All right. Now, let's move on to the next subject real quick, because I got a little bit of time left. My mixtape. Shout out to my mixtapes, man, with this because this is dope. My mixtapes had made a post, and they were just talking about it was in a 7-game series. And look, this is a topic. I absolutely took out topic, but I'm giving y'all credit for it, right? In a 7-game series, which team would win in a 7-game series? You got Kareem Abdul. Team one is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul at the point, Kobe Bryant, and KG. That's a mean ass squad. That is a mean squad. The only thing is the point. I don't know. CP. CP nasty though. Don't let him get it twisted. Like he ain't got no trophy, but CP nasty. Let's not get it twisted. Oh, Tim Duncan, AI, John Stockton, LeBron James, and Shaq. Oh, Oh, I'm going with team two. I'm going with team two. See, team one, like, okay, all right. So let me go back and try to break team one down real quick. See, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is before my time, so I do know he held the scoring title. I do know that he had the sky hook. The sky hook was unguardable. Like when the sky, you just couldn't defend the sky hook. You know what I mean? Um, it was a score at will play. You really couldn't block it because of his long arms and reach, and he would turn his shoulder into the center mass of your body and shoot over his head, you know what I mean, and throw the ball over his head. And he just was on point with it every time. You know what I'm saying? So it was really an unguardable shot. You couldn't block the shot. It was unguardable. The way that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did that sky hook, So that's easy points for him down low all day. You know what I'm saying? And he was a natural center. He was tough down low like that. Boom. You feel me? So but him and Shaq, to see him and Shaq down low, that'd have been crazy. Him and Shaq down low, crazy. Now KG playing a four and this one right here, KG in the four. I definitely got to see Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett came in the league young. He was from South Carolina, big boy. He used to have to sneak to go play basketball. That's crazy. His mom didn't even want him to play basketball. But Kevin Garnett is one of the fiercest dudes on the court. He used to talk ish to everybody. And he played for my favorite basketball team, the Celtics. I'm sorry, yes, y'all. I'm a Celtics fan deep down. That's what I always liked. I always liked the Celtics. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's the green, maybe because I'm short, but that's just what I was rocking with. KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo made me fans of the Celtics. That's my favorite Celtics team. No, they didn't win everything, but that is my Celtics team right there. In that era, you know what I'm saying? That's when I became a Celtics fan. It's when I first really started watching basketball when LeBron came in the league. But I love the Celtics. That team was the shit to me, for real. And you know what I'm saying? And big respect to the Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm saying? The Detroit Pistons was putting in work too. Don't let me get it twisted. But damn, KG, he's a beast, dog. KG he's just beast. You know what I mean? Shoot, down low, mid range, rebounding, his tenacity on that team. And then with Kobe, the Black Mamba, those two attitudes on that team. And that's the only thing. Like Kareem, Kobe, and KG will definitely get Chris Paul and KD playing. I think those to be honest, those are the two, to me, those are the two weak links on this team. KD and Chris Paul. The reason why I say that is because we know KD really ain't no leader, but he'll shoot. He can ball his ass off. Kevin Durant can ball his ass off, but he's not a natural leader. Chris Paul is a leader, but he's a leader in his own way. But I think would his team clash? Would this team even attitude even get, you know what I'm saying, be able to work out in a 7-game series? I think so, because you got the Black Mamba going check them all. You know what I'm saying? You got to show up to practice and get it in. And with KG, he definitely gonna whip you into shape. And same thing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Heard stories that on that late Lakers team, he was a leader and he definitely held people accountable on them squads. So I like that team one. But that's with me. Now on this team right here, I don't see no weak link on this team. I don't see no weak link on team two. Team two, I'll take team two. I haven't even seen the other teams just yet, but team two right now, you got Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan, one of the best power forward centers of all time. You know what I'm saying? For the San Antonio Spurs was definitely a problem. His mid-range game was off the chain, rebounding. His defense was all right, was on point too. Shaq was just the most dominant big man that we have ever seen. If some people say if Shaq's attitude was a little bit different, but Shaq is so big and his brand is so big still now, even today, even after all these years of him leaving the league. Shaq was so dominant. To watch Shaq Diesel, like I had Shaq food, a video game. I had Shaq everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get it twisted. And on top of it, like, why don't people go buy Shaq's out of Walmart? That's crazy. Like, he put in all that work to give us a premium shoe for the cheapest price possible, but people get ripped on for buying Shaq's. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a premium ass shoe that he put cheaper for the people to afford them. I just wanted to remind everybody out there. So if you see somebody wearing some Shaqs, don't be trying to rip on them and diss them like that because they ain't got the throwback Reebok ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, when you see that Shaq symbol on the shoe, he put a premium shoe out there for people to afford, something that everybody's out there that's not doing. So big ups to Shaq for that, because that's a premium ass shoe for a cheap price. Let's not get that twisted, bro. Um, uh, LeBron James, we are but the most. LeBron is literally the best player ever to me, bro. Like, I didn't start watching basketball. I watched basketball, you know what I mean, saying, with my uncles and stuff like that, had it on TV, but I really didn't get into basketball until I seen LeBron James dominate the way he did on the floor. Like, LeBron James he went to a team that only had won like what 13 games or something like that, the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's and literally took them from zero to hero. The next year they won 30 something games. He was 18 years old when he came in the league, 18, and was literally dominating. He was dominating by himself. And that's see, people don't want to talk about that. So you can argue LeBron James all day, but see, people don't bring up the shit that other people didn't have. Like, I'm not dissing. Like, Michael Jordan is the best. He's the GOAT to me. He's my GOAT. I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not old enough to say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So my GOAT would be MJ. You know what I'm saying? But I literally gotta put LeBron in that conversation. He dominated the game different than what MJ did. MJ came into the Bulls and scored. Yes, he scored, but he did not change the Bulls, and let's not forget it. They traded it and got Scottie Pippen. They got Charles Oakley. They went and got Charles Oakley. They went and got Dennis Rodman, and then they went and got. Let's not even forget Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc. Let's not forget those shooters that he had. Jordan had too. So they went and put a damn fucking Hall of Fame squad around Jordan. Like, let's not get it twisted. Scottie Pippen was the man in Portland. Like, let's not get it twisted. Charles Oakley was the man at New York. Let's not get it twisted. Dennis Rodman, with the same shit he brought, he was the best rebounder in the fucking league at that time. Period, point blank, with the Detroit Pistons. Had he probably stayed in Detroit, they probably would have snuck in and got another one, because they couldn't get past Detroit with Rodman on it. They just couldn't. The Bulls couldn't beat Detroit with the bad boys. You know what I'm saying? They had a nice little 2-year run. And if Isaiah got hurt and he really didn't bounce back from that, they had a nice ass squad. Um, John Stockton. John Stockton, man, his assist, his overall awareness of the game and smarts of the game was just crazy. Like, he seen the floor like no other. It was almost like cheating for him to even be able to play basketball with his hands. Like, the way that he moved around the floor, like, it was like poetry in motion. The way that he hit passes, he was no look passing and everything before it even was a thing. Like, let's just go check out his and his defense was there too. So let's not get it twisted. John Stockton was in a tough ass era of basketball with the Utah Jazz. He is a tough ass player. Like, I think he's one of the most underrated and should be talked about a lot more. I think he got a lot of respect though. But AI just was unguardable. You couldn't guard AI. He was so quick. His first step was so quick off the ball. Like, the 76ers probably could have put a better team around AI, but AI was unguardable. He was a staple for basketball. We already know that. You know what I'm saying? He brought in a different era. You know, LeBron, when it came in with all these tattoos, all these players with tattoos, braids, and so forth and so on, and at press conferences, being themselves and being able to wear what you want. You got to thank AI for that. AI, he was just a mortar for basketball. He was so much more than the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So much that he done, and he was a good ass player on top of everything that he brought. But you know, on the floor though, AI, you couldn't guard AI. Period. You couldn't guard him. You couldn't step in front of him. He was the first dude that ever broke. He broke Jordan's ankles. Like, he dethroned the GOAT. That's what AI did. AI dethroned the GOAT. He made people look at Jordan like, oh, Jordan's human. Jordan is human. That's what AI did for us. Like, let's not get it twisted, bro. All right. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get it twisted. AI got big respect. Now, this team, they put Magic, Jordan, Nowitzki, Joker, and Antetokounmpo on the same team, that's fucking cheating, bro. That's cheating, bro. That is cheating. That's cheating. That's straight up cheating right there. The Joker is the best big man in the league right now. I think he's so good that we expect him to play at an elite level every night. The Joker is tall. Yeah, he got that Europe. I would like to see him play tougher in a tougher air, but for the air he's in, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just a beast. He's just a beast. Like let's doesn't now they twisted. The Joker is an absolute beast. He, you know what I'm saying, pass his awareness of the game. He could shoot. He could score from anywhere on the floor. You can't stop him. He should be probably winning the MVP every single year. You know what I'm saying? He's dropping over 30. Like you averaging over 30 in the NBA. That's crazy. That's crazy. So and then you got so in this particular setup, Antetokounmpo will be playing small forward. That's crazy because you got to put Dirk at the 4. You got to put Joker at the 5. You got to put Dirk at the 4. Antetokounmpo at, you know what I'm saying, at the 3. Jordan at 2, and then you're gonna put Magic out the 1. That's Heat team. That team is so tall. Like, I mean, we know what Dirk Nowitzki did. Dirk Nowitzki's famous step back shooter. I think Dirk Nowitzki was the Joker before the Joker came in. But Dirk came in, he was in a much tougher era than what Dirk was in. And Nowitzki was the Dallas Mavericks. He definitely was. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they did put a bunch of role players around Dirk, but Dirk was the man. Dirk was the man. Like, let's not get it twisted. His jumper was on point, score from anywhere. I think he was more of a shooter, more of that laid back European style type of player, but none of his jumper was wet. His jumper was just wet. Period. Point blank. We know MJ. MJ he's the GOAT. MJ just did it all. You know what I mean? Killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? Couple seconds left on the clock. MJ, he's gonna get buckets. That's just what he is. Now Magic Johnson did it all on the floor, seen the floor like no other. Famous for he passing, getting his other players involved. But Magic could score too. Like, let's not get it twisted. He was a dominant, like, you know what I'm saying, LeBron. Like LeBron, they compared to him, LeBron to Magic Johnson was like the first comparison because LeBron passed a lot. You know what I mean? He would pass the ball a lot, and Magic was he was just transcending of basketball, what he done at the time and in the era that he was in. Like, for if it was not for Magic, Larry Bird, and a few others that I can't name, Dr. J, the stars back in them days, man, like the NBA wouldn't be what it is right now. Um, because he was just a superstar before his time, really. But he was taken care of well. Antetokounmpo, man, his grind, his ethic, and where he's at right now, I think it just sucks because you gotta put Antetokounmpo on a team with another star. Like, he has to go team up somewhere else. I don't. I don't believe in that word super team because these are all professionals, right? When you get multiple superstars on one team, people want to say this and people want to say that. Like, I don't care about that. Like, because every championship team consists of superstars, and they're probably all going to go in the Hall of Fame one day. Draymond Green is probably going to go in the Hall of Fame. Probably only averaged what 10 points for his whole career, but he's probably going to go in the Hall of Fame because he was on championship teams under Coach Steve Kerr. Um, I think Antetokounmpo need to go team up somewhere to one of these teams. And but he already got his championship. So he already got one. So he's solidified already. He definitely already got his and in Milwaukee. And I think what later in these latter years, he gonna have to slide somewhere else to get up out of there because I don't think that they're gonna bring him some more players to get him another couple championships in Milwaukee. It sucks, but yeah, Antetokounmpo's game is definitely, he's just dominant, and he plays more of a traditional big style to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets down low. You know what I'm saying? He do run the floor, control the ball. It's shooting is okay, I guess, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he be popping them, but and that's that overseas training that he got. He's worked so hard, like, but that dude down low, I think he's probably one of the more aggressive guys down low out of all the bigs nowadays. That's just my opinion, though. You know what I mean? It's not a fact. That's just Trucker Chubby's opinion. Team 4. Wow. Dwayne Wade, Steph Curry, Hakeem Olajuwon, Larry Bird. Oh my goodness. And Post Malone. Karl Malone. Man, listen. Ah, wow, Karl Malone, man. I just remember Karl Malone. They used to call him the mailman, bro. Bro, Karl Malone, he was like, I can't really remember a lot about his game except like his like I think he had like a nice mid-range shot and played tough defense. Hakeem Olajuwon was just a fucking monster. He was just a fucking monster, dog. Straight up, like straight up monster. Like you just gotta watch the way Hakeem Olajuwon played, bro. He played so fucking tough, man. It's so good. Um, Dwayne Wade, man, like let's not get it twisted. Dwayne Wade was the shit, bro. Dwayne Wade was the shit. I think he brought Shaq. He got Shaq another championship down there in Miami, because Miami, and he's like, and he teamed up with, he had an old Shaq too. He had an old Shaq. Don't get it twisted. He ain't had no young Shaq. He had an old Shaq. He had an old Shaq, Dwayne Wade did, but Dwayne Wade is just a fucking beast. He is a beast. You know what I'm saying? And when he got older, he went and got him a young LeBron, and LeBron in his prime and got some more championships. But he would like, his game was just so finesse. Like, I wouldn't even say finesse, like, because Dwayne Wade played tough. He played hurt, played banged up. He just didn't quit, man. And I think for that, he's always going to be stamped in history. Steph Curry transcended basketball. He's changed basketball for everybody right now. Steph Curry has just changed the way we look at basketball nowadays. You know what I mean? He's changed it to the. That's why all the kids nowadays want to shoot, because of Steph Curry. That's why the game changed, because of Steph Curry, the Golden State Warriors, and what Steve Curry put together out there at Golden State Warriors. So we know what Steph gonna do, that 3-point shooting. Larry Bird was popping threes back in the day like it wasn't nothing. Larry Bird is the toughest white boy ever to play the fucking game. No, I'm not gonna say he was the toughest ever to play the game, because that was on the Bad Boys Pistons, the toughest white boy, but he was tough too. You know what I'm saying? That he was the Bad Boy Pistons. They was the toughest fucking squad ever, straight up. Like, you know what I mean? But Larry Bird, he backed this shit up. Just a small town guy, you know what I'm saying, from Indiana, and he balled out and he worked hard and he was the shit. Larry Bird was the shit. You hear me? Like, you know, he's definitely in probably everybody's top 10 now to date, or top 5. You asked a bunch of people who, you know what I'm saying, top 5 basketball players, Larry Bird's going to be probably in that. And I don't care what age range, especially if you know about Larry Bird and the way that he played the game. But in this series, though, you got Team 4, Karl Malone, Larry Bird, Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade, Hakeem Olajuwon. Team 3, you got Dirk Nowitzki, Jordan, Magic Johnson, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Joker, and then team 2, you got Shaq, LeBron, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, and then team 1, you got KG, Kevin Garnett, you got Kobe Bean Bryant, then you got Chris Paul, CP3, then you got KD, then Kevin Durant, then you got my folk, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, which team do you take in the 7-game series? I tried to break them down as best as I could. I don't think a lot of basketball people would disagree with me. I think I did pretty good on that, man. Yeah, for sure. So I know how y'all know what time it is, man. Tune in for the next video, man. Got to get going. I got some more for y'all. I'm definitely about to be bringing up some different topics, man, because we got to talk. I got to do my Steelers talk. So tune in. You dig? Become a member, man, so that you get all the videos at once. You ain't got to wait for trekking. You heard me? Peace.